Unit 12. Chance. Approximate. To calculate something in a way that is not exact. The journey was approximated to take about 7 hours. Approximate. Not exact, but close to an exact amount, number, time, etc. The approximate time of the incident was 7:30. Ascribe. To believe something is the cause of something else. The failure of the business was ascribed to events beyond anyone's control. Assign. To send someone to a particular place, especially in order for them to work there. I've been assigned to the office in Manchester. Attribute. To believe that something is the result of a particular situation, event, or person's actions. Police attributed the accident to the bad weather. Blow. An event that causes you to feel very sad, disappointed, or shocked. Failing to get into university was a real blow. Cause. To make something happen, usually something bad. What caused the building to collapse? Cause. An event, thing, or person that makes something happen. The cause of the fire still hasn't been found. Coincidence. A situation in which separate things happen by chance at the same time or in the same way. It's just a coincidence that Sandra and I were both in New York at the same time. Curse. To use magic powers to make bad things happen to someone. I have such bad luck that sometimes I think I've been cursed. Curse. A bad situation or event caused by someone's deliberate use of their magic powers. They say that there's a curse on whoever steals anything from the pyramids. Deliberate. Intended, not done by chance or by accident. I'm sure what she did wasn't deliberate. Determine. To calculate something or discover it by examining evidence. Investigators have determined that the crash was the result of human error. Fate. A power that some people believe controls everything that happens in their lives. I like to just leave things to fate. Fluctuate. To change frequently. The price of gold has fluctuated quite a lot in recent months. Foresee. To see or know something that will happen in the future. We don't foresee any problems. Freak. Something with very unusual features that make it very different from other things of its type. People think I'm a bit of a freak because I like silent films. Freak. Extremely unusual and unexpected. Some people were injured in a freak storm. Gamble. To risk money or something valuable in the hope of winning more if you are lucky or if you guess something correctly. I never gamble what I can't afford to lose. Haphazard. Done in a way that does not seem to be carefully planned or organized. The town seems to have grown in quite a haphazard way. Hazard. Something that could be dangerous or cause damage or accidents. Dad suddenly braked because he saw a hazard in the road. Inadvertent. Not deliberate. Not inviting William was entirely inadvertent, I assure you. Instrumental. Involved in an important way in making something happen. He was instrumental in saving the company. Jinxed. Someone or something that is jinxed has a lot of bad luck. You must be jinxed if you've been hit by lightning 3 times. Likelihood. How certain it is that something will happen. The likelihood of success is quite low. Lucky charm. Something that people believe brings them luck. I always take my lucky charm into the exam with me. Meander. To move slowly without a particular direction or purpose in mind. We meandered around the park. Mishap. A minor mistake or accident. We had a few mishaps on the way, but at least we're here now. Mutate. To become physically different from other plants or animals of the same type as a result of a genetic change. Radiation has caused plants in the area to mutate. Odds. The chances of something happening. What are the odds on winning the lottery? Pick. To choose someone or something from a group. Mrs. K picked me to help her give out the books. Pick. Choice. We've got lots of different bikes for sale, so take your pick. Potluck. A situation in which you do not know what to expect, but you hope that it will be good. You can't predict the weather in Britain in the summer, so it's just potluck what it'll be like for our holiday. Random. Chosen or happening without any particular method, pattern, or purpose. Think of a random number. Sign. A piece of evidence that something is happening or that something exists. There were signs that someone had been there before us. Speculate. To consider or discuss why something has happened. He refused to speculate on what might happen. Spontaneous. Happening in a natural way without being planned or thought about. Leaving my job was a spontaneous thing. Startle. To make a person or animal feel suddenly frightened or surprised by doing something they do not expect. Liam startled me when he suddenly appeared next to me. Statistics. A group of numbers that represent facts or describe a situation. But the statistics simply don't support that view. Stray. To move away from the correct place or path. Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother warned her not to stray from the path. Stray. Lost or without a home. The number of stray dogs is becoming a real problem. Stray. A pet that is lost or has left its home. There are too many strays around here. Superstition. A belief that things such as magic or luck have the power to affect your life. You don't believe that old superstition about the number 13, do you? Superstitious. Believing in the power of magic or luck. I'm quite superstitious, so I never walk under ladders. Transpire. To happen. Perhaps we will never know what transpired that night. Uncertainty. The fact that something is not known or has not been decided. The passengers began to get angry because of the uncertainty. Wobble. To rock slightly from side to side, or to make something do this. The statue wobbled and then fell over. Nature. Agriculture. The work, business, or study of farming. I'm thinking of studying agriculture. Appreciate. To understand the true nature of a situation, and realize why it is important or serious. I'm not sure you appreciate how important this is. Appreciate. To be grateful for something. I really appreciate your help. Catastrophe. An event that causes a lot of damage or makes a lot of people suffer. Many people lost their lives in the catastrophe. Crop. A plant grown for food, usually on a farm. Coffee is an important crop in Brazil. Drought. A long period of time when there is little or no rain and crops die. The drought means that there's an increased risk of fire. Evacuate. To leave a building or other place because it is not safe. When the alarm went off, everyone evacuated the building. Exploit. To use natural resources such as trees, water, or oil so that you gain as much as possible. We could make a lot of money if we exploit our natural resources in the right way. Exploit. To treat someone unfairly in order to get some benefit for yourself. In some countries, children are exploited in factories. Famine. A serious lack of food that continues for a long time and causes many people in a country to become ill or die. We're raising money to help victims of the famine. Flood. If water floods a place, it covers it. The river flooded the whole city. Flood. A large amount of water that covers an area that was dry before. The flood caused millions of euros of damage. Fossil fuels. Fuels such as coal or oil, made from decayed material from animals or plants that lived many thousands of years ago. Burning fossil fuels gives off carbon dioxide. Global warming. An increase in the average temperature of the Earth. It's difficult to deny that global warming is really happening. Greenery. Green plants that are growing somewhere or used as decoration. I like living here because there's quite a lot of greenery. Habitat. The type of place that an animal normally lives in or a plant normally grows in. The panda is threatened by the disappearance of its habitat. Harvest. To collect a crop from the fields. They were harvesting the grapes when we were in France. Harvest. The time when a crop is collected. Everyone helps during the harvest. Hurricane. A violent storm with extremely strong winds and heavy rain. A hurricane is expected to hit the coast this evening. Instinct. A natural tendency to behave in a particular way that people and animals are born with and that they obey without knowing why. Birds build nests by instinct. Natural disaster. Something very bad that happens and causes a lot of damage or kills a lot of people. It's not possible to prevent most natural disasters. Resource. Things such as coal, trees, and oil that exist in nature and can be used by people. The country's main resource is the vast oil fields. Scarce. If something is scarce, there is not very much of it. Badgers are becoming increasingly scarce in Britain. Species. A plant or animal group whose members all have similar general features and are able to produce young plants or animals together. Scientists have discovered a new species of monkey.